Welcome back to part 2 of this video. In case you haven't seen the part 1 yet, go watch that first because you cannot miss out on this fun conversation with Nihal, Ira, Elenki and Munaza, who like you faced or still facing challenging convincing their parents. The link is in the description box below. Let us begin. Next question, very straightforward. So, what tip will you give someone who's actually struggling to convince their parents? So जब मैंने इंस्टा की स्टोरी डाली थी ना उसमें एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन यही आया था कि घर वालों को कैसे मनाएं. इट स्टिल स्टेड विद मी बिकॉज आई हैव आल्सो बीन थ्रू दैट. तो उस बच्चे को आई डोंट रिमेंबर हिज नेम बट थैंक्स टू दैट गाय कि उसके कारण ये आज वीडियो बन रहा है एंड थैंक्स टू दैट गाय कि उसने वो क्वेश्चन पोस्ट किया. घर वालों को कैसे मनाएं? व्हाट टिप विल यू गिव हिम? Maybe he's hearing you.
Okay. So when I asked my mom that how are you convinced for sending me abroad, and she told me that seeing my clarity of goal and seeing my passion towards studying so much. So I've all you have to show your parents and about your work and make it visible, like completely visible. You cannot just go up to them one day and be like मुझे बाहर जाना है. They'll be like हाँ कब से शौक पाल लिया.
Yeah.
So you have to take them through the journey ki you have to include them and you have to pehle se hi batana hai. And even with my personal experience, my mom always told me ki I kept on sharing little things whenever kuch pata chalta tha bahar ka. I used to share it with them taki unhe lage ki this is something very consistent and it's not something that you have overnight aaya hai. So
Yeah.
like
Right.
Sir, I think students को convince करने के लिए first of all they have to open with their parents. Like they have to tell them parents that we have n number of opportunity in abroad and we need to tell them that what their goals. Like कुछ होते हैं like they have just like मुझे पढ़ने बाहर जाना है. Have seen my friends, they have gone over
Exactly,
there.
I
तो
was
मुझे
coming
भी
to that.
जाना है. मुझे
Yeah.
भी जाना है. तो but in every cases it's not the same thing. Like suppose देयर एन नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट उनका रहता है जैसे सपोज व्हाट इफ आई आस्क माय समवन मुझे कनाडा जाना है बट फ्यू ऑफ माय फ्रेंड दे वांट टू गो ओवर दिस फॉर एंजॉयमेंट बट देयर आर सम स्टूडेंट्स एंड जेन्युइन स्टूडेंट जिनको अपनी लाइफ में कुछ करना रहता है एम्बिशंस होता है एम्स रहता है कि हाँ मुझे अपने पेरेंट्स को प्राउड फील कराना है तो दैट थिंग दे हैव टू टेल देम पेरेंट्स दैट हाँ मुझे आपको प्राउड करना है आई एम नॉट टेलिंग दैट कि एक दिन में मानेंगे इट विल टेक टाइम बिकॉज कुछ भी काम करने के लिए इट विल टेक टाइम अपना पैशन बताओ कैसे क्या करना है फाइनेंस बताओ कि हाउ यू गोइंग टू बजट योर फाइनेंस लाइक एलोकेशन ऑफ योर थिंग्स लाइक रेंट कैसे करोगे सपोज किसी मंथ हम पे नहीं किए बिकॉज पेरेंट्स डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू पे बट व्हाट इफ सम रीजन हम नहीं पे कर पाए तो उनको समझाओ कि वी हैव अ अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्क एज अ पार्ट टाइम and tell them that we can stick to the budget like agar suppose I'm earning 500 pounds a month तो उसमें try to save like at least 50 to 75 pounds for emergency fund कि suppose उनको next month काम है तो these are the things you need to convince your parents that हाँ वो बच्चा वाला हरकत नहीं mature हो बनना है because they think that कि हम अभी छोटे हैं we don't know anything दुनिया कैसे दुनियादारी हमें नहीं पता है I know because every parent has concern about us
Quintessential dialogue.
yeah
दुनियादारी नहीं पता. Right. Alenki?
So as Hira told, as Nihal told, it's like not a one day thing. It's like continuous process for nearly 2 years. It may be 1 year. At least I feel minimum 1 year. We have to show them that we are really interested to go abroad. So like we have to show them we are doing research. We are preparing for like IELTS exam. We have good English. We can work. Like we are a hard worker. We are a smart worker. We are really eligible to go abroad. We first main thing is like we have to show them we are really interested and we are really passionate to go abroad. So I feel if a child is a passionate or really hard worker, parent will definitely send somehow by financing some money. Somehow they'll send. I feel.
Right. And I think Indian parents are the sweetest anyway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They will do anything for their children.
Yes. Munaza, words of wisdom.
So, agreeing with all the three points, I think they covered it very nicely and I would do the same thing. Like proper planning and channelizing is the thing. You need to chalk out your short-term, medium-term and long-term goals and tell them that mera ye dream hai and I want to do that and I'll definitely prove my mettle. And 5 years down the lane, you'll definitely see me successful and naam to roshan hona hi hai. So you need to convince them.
Sir,
Right.
before ending this topic, I think I have one quote like all dreams can be achieved. You have a courage to pursue them given by a Walt Disney. So if you have a courage to convince your parents, because this is the first step that student need to get. Because if in UK, in other overseas, anywhere you go, first you need to convince your parents that you have a potential to convince. If you have a potential to convince your parents, then you definitely end up getting good job or a part-time job or crack any university. In my point of view, so maybe that courage need to be promoted by the student, like हाँ हम अपने parents को बना सकते. That is the
Nice.
mindset. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Our parents only want the best for us. It's best to keep them informed and aware of your decisions. Provide them with enough information that proves your decision to study abroad worthy. Be a friend to them, be confident. Be ready with a plan, and I'm sure this task will be achievable. Do you have a similar story to share? Or maybe you are in the process of manawing your parents? Well, let me know your story in the comments box below and watch the next video too.